Welcome back. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after show on theStream.tv. I am your host, Anastasia Washington, and with me are my fellow agents, CuriousJoi.
Hello.
And good nerd, bad nerd, Bryan.
Hey nerds, how's it going?
So we had kind of a nutso show today. Like, it was intense. So
Intense yet frustrating.
Yeah.
Very frustrating.
We got some answers, but then we've got even more questions. That would be my
The main question that everyone had was still not answered. Like, I still don't know where she is. Yeah, everyone has their like theories and speculations, but we were not given the clear answer.
We got 2 answers this week.
Yeah. We did, but we did not get the what planet did Simmons end up on. We got a whole bunch of other things.
We didn't find out what planet it was and what she was running from. We got some hints about what she was running from.
Absolutely.
And some hints about what planet it is, but
we definitely got hints about the powers that this entity has. So we definitely has some kind of manipulation with weather, I would assume is a thing, and a manipulation of being like a shapeshifter or
psychic manipulation, something along those lines.
Yeah.
And there are some characters in the Marvel Universe that fit that criteria. The problem is the list of characters that fit those criteria is really, really long, so it doesn't really narrow it down for us at all.
And it doesn't help us with the planet either. At this point, we're still grasping at straws to try to figure out what planet. Do you have some theories?
I've got the biggest theory. There are 2 big theories that I had, and that a lot of the people on YouTube had, and that is that one, this is some version of Hell, H-E-L, the Asgard Hell, or actually some sort of just alien races, other cultures' version of that. And the other one, and the one that I lean more towards, is that this is Ego, the living planet. And this fits with what Will was saying about the planet, that it doesn't want people to leave, that it's changing, and the weather is manipulated, things like that. And Ego is a massive cosmic being, and it's not likely a character that's going to be used in the movies, so it seems like it would be fair game.
Very fair game. And it does seem like the planet, besides, manipulating weather and this entity, there's just a lot of strangeness going on. The fact that there's no sun, except for every 18 years, and there's this like glowing core that causes warmth, and
which would go back to why a lot of people would think it's Hell, because Hell was brought up in the cinematic universe, and then it's like, why was the Asgardian very scared of this thing? Hell is an Asgardian aspect, and so it's like he just didn't want anything to do with this thing. So. And that kind of gives that theory and hint that it could be Hell. I mean, we don't know what it is.
The one reason I would tend to say it's not going to be Asgard's Hell is with Thor Ragnarok coming up, we know that, I say we know, it's very, very likely that Hell is going to play a role in that. Yeah. So the TV show probably was hands-off with a lot of the other realms in Asgard, since we've got something big coming in Thor 3.
Absolutely, yeah. So that could be a possibility, but it also could be off limits, like so many.
So that's why I think it's definitely more towards Ego, the living planet, because it's just a big cosmic entity that A, is not really known, and B, has the powers to do that, and pops up wherever he wants.
Yeah. And what wouldn't you be grumpy if people could just live on you?
That's true.
I would be a little grumpy. So another thing that we should talk about is the portal itself. Now, we learned a little bit more about the portal. Not that it doesn't bring up more questions.
Yeah, it did shut our question, all of our theories down. Where Gemma is not inhuman. It was very, very strategic how this portal opened.
Which is slightly disappointing to me. I wanted her to be inhuman.
I have issues with how they're presenting how the portal opens. Gemma, this episode, said that it opens kind of on a schedule at specific points based on where the position of the moon and the stars and all that. But that would imply that it was completely coincidence that it pulled her in. Yet at the same time, we know it can be opened manually because that's what Fitz did. But NASA also must have figured that out because they sent an expedition through. Very much like it was their own little Stargate.
Yeah, and there was a lot of shifting going on. Maybe there is a pattern to its madness that we just haven't figured out. She kind of figured out the pattern to its madness to track it, which didn't help very much at all, except for in Will's area of the playing field. But yeah, so we still have all these questions about the portal, but we do know that it has very little, if anything, to do with inhuman blood, because they can just send any old NASA person through. And if you have any comments or questions, be sure to use the hashtag AOSAS so that we can talk with you, and also in the live chat. Tell us what you think. So yeah, more questions than answers. Let's talk about the complication of Fitz and Simmons now.
Oh, God.
My least favorite topic, because everyone knows I love me some Fitz.
Once again, Fitz just shows he's a stand-up guy.
Yeah,
At the very end, we see, his
She has laid
his one thing in life, his purpose in life, just told him that, yeah, I kind of got this other guy in another galaxy or universe.
Let's go get him, right? She laid it out on the table, and I really commend her for that. But I wonder how this is going to change, because you can't even hate the other guy. They're both two stand-up guys. Like, there's nothing bad about either one of them. Both have gone to ends of planets for her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If they do find a way to bring him back, do you think that Phil will be like, come on, you can join S.H.I.E.L.D?
I would assume, yeah, he would be a perfect candidate to join S.H.I.E.L.D.
Except for that whole 14 years of isolation, if the guys that are now Inhumans are not psychologically ready to go in the field, what makes you think an astronaut who's been isolated for that long would be capable of handling?
He seemed pretty...
I guess seeing the episode, I would say that he would be actually okay to go. Okay to go.
I think that he, compared to people that need to control their powers, like the Inhumans, which he
doesn't have that conflict.
Yeah, he doesn't have that sort of conflict. I mean, he still kind of had his on-the-field stuff with his gun and his weaponry. Like, he knows certain circumstances that certain Inhumans with powers that they're trying to control don't. Yeah. So it would be a lot easier. And maybe Simmons was just like, because it took her a while to cope with everything, but as you can see now, she's kind of finally getting back to normal.
I think she has guilt, and I think she is, like, okay, I just started something with this guy, and I had been, like, totally, like, the only thing that was making her survive for a while was Fitz, and now there's this confusion. I'm thrust back into my old life, and yet there's still something pulling me to this place that I don't ever really want to go back to, but have to go back to.
And another question we had answered is why she cried when seeing the wine. It had nothing to do with blood. It had nothing to do with really, like, the planet itself. It had to do with the fact that her and Will shared a glass of terrible wine because they did not let those tannins open up.
That's the reason.
I think that I'm pretty sure that wine wasn't stored properly. So
wait, a sand pit, a graveyard is not a proper place for
I know, surprising, right?
Oh, speaking of that, can we talk about what you talked about during the episode? Is that Gemma was like in a video game where every single thing that she needed was there.
I was just thinking, like, when you're playing a video game, there's just like, okay, I'm low on fuel, I'm low on
to do this next puzzle, I need
have
wood.
to this. So then there's like, okay, that's really a bad.
That was pretty
I don't want to play that game.
They do show us, like, after they've shown us Gemma building stuff with the wood, they do in one shot kind of like, oh, there's wood over there.
Yeah,
just kind of
look at the wood
growing up out of the ground.
Yeah.
She's like, I need a person
and water
can only
with a
live
food source
off
appeared.
like 100 hours of water. 103 hours later, water. It's like, wait a minute.
It may just be how they had to do the episode, but it does lend credence to maybe there is an entity that is providing just enough for them to survive. Huh. Like this is a prison planet of some sort.
That's an interesting, that kind of blew my mind a little bit. I was just thinking it was very just plotty, like, like we have to do this in a certain amount of time and that's what we have to do as an episode, but seeing it as a bigger being makes it so much more fun.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, if we play that, go down that road, and it is, let's say it is ego, he knows he's a prison planet for some. Maybe it's his own penance. Maybe he's in prison also, and this is what he has to do. His community service is being jail. And maybe, you know, he is providing just what they need, but he's keeping them out of the area that would get them to, say, where his face is.
So that's where all the bones
no-fly
are, the
zone,
no-fly zone, and everything like that.
Interesting.
That makes sense.
It's a thought.
Again,
it's a thought.
blowing my mind. I just really want to say this sentence. Will ruin Fitzsimmons? will ruin Fitzsimmons. So we don't know. We know about our mystery man. That is the evil entity. We know very little also, so that's a lot of speculation, more questions than answers. We do know that we've seen him as a shrouded figure. We've seen him as a astronaut. We've seen him as anything else?
We've really only seen him the 2 times.
Yeah.
Zombie astronaut and alien.
Hooded, like literally,
Homeless
like Grim
man? I don't know.
Reaper
Yeah.
status.
And that's
which
like
is death.
Yeah, that's really all we know about the planet, except for that they have some kind of tentacle creature in a very, very big hole filled with water that, you know, made good sushi for a while.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, sustained. So yeah, a lot of speculation, a lot of not answered questions. So we're gonna go to your fan questions just after this break. Come back.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, this is for you.
I love it.
That was freaking
How
love.
did we not God.
I didn't see any of this coming. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah?
I was like,
How did you get here? No.
Kill him. Kill him. Definitely kill him. We're cool.
Shade. Shade left and right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies, let's put your 2 cents in it.
Rubbed me the wrong way and the right way.
but you were like, well, we want to know what's gonna happen.
That was killed.
We just want to say we love you all. Thank you so much for your support. You are all seriously the best in the world. and
Another
we appreciate
beautiful
you so
summer
much.
at theStream.tv, y'all.
Here we go, guys.
Thank you for being here. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
Hey guys, we are here with your fan questions on Twitter and chat. And first, we're going to start off with a blog question. What if Simmons isn't real Simmons but a shapeshifter? I think based on this episode now, seeing that's probably not really a viable possibility at this point.
It's definitely Simmons.
That being said, our ghost, our demon, our entity that is stalking them on the planet, that could be a shapeshifter.
Definitely.
There are plenty of options that besides the Skrull in the Marvel Universe, and the Skrull are the kind of the most well-known one, but they're tied up with Fantastic Four and Fox.
Yeah. And there's a lot of shapeshifting going on, or at least theorized right now in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We also have that kind of question about Lash and who he could be. I know there's a lot of theories about Blair Underwear's character.
Which we apparently from the...
He's dead.
Yeah, he is dead. He is dead.
He's dead, you guys.
Unless you check IMDb. But
Flashbacks, hello.
Come on now. Come on now. So what are people saying on the Twitter?
On Twitter, well, we're going to start off and give an applaud to this guy right here.
Yeah.
Because this tweet, Will Lost in Space, Will Robinson, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, got liked by Clark Gregg himself.
Yay, favorite.
So that's always
love
cool.
you.
That means I'm part of the team. I'm an agent now, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
that's exactly what that
I'm in
means.
charge.
Well, on to the question aspect. This question is actually directed at you, Anastasia.
Uh-oh.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad did your heart break in this episode?
Oh, okay. So everyone knows that I'm a big crier and a big emotional. It was an emotional roller coaster for me. It broke about 4 million times, at like a 10 each time. The wine, Will, Fitz, accepting her. And I'm.
And even I was like, the whole time, I was like, Gemma, no! Okay, but no!
You could see it coming.
No, don't do it little.
Could
you?
It? Yes.
Because you guys didn't see it coming. You guys didn't see it coming.
The guy's
I did.
line foreshadowed. The guy's, Will's line where he said, I didn't have a family. I figured there was always time. Okay, so now they know at this point we have unlimited time.
That Anastasia's always right.
No, we don't.
I didn't hear that in the show.
I don't think that was the
That's
script.
exactly what was said.
And then the last question for Twitter is, would you rather eat what Simmons ate on the planet or eat your phone?
Oh, eat what was on the planet. The phone, that's not substance.
I did really wonder until she answered this question how the heck she had great battery life, because I have an iPhone. I was like, hey,
I was super jealous.
I need this ability.
You know what it
But
is?
was because
She's
of
not
that.
running the Facebook app. Because that drains it really, really fast.
Because I could use that phone at a con.
Yeah. It's what, 3-month battery life?
Jeez. And con life, that's 1 minute.
That is true. So yeah, I would definitely eat whatever that sushi thing was. I don't know about those little like mushroom looking things that she picked up.
Oh yeah, when
on
she picked
her.
up those like a witch's wart things, no. No.
It's alien moss. Come on, guys. It grows
Sure.
on the side that the sun will eventually rise in 18 years.
Great. I'm not eating it. I'll eat the tentacle.
Okay.
What are people saying in the chat room?
On the chat room, everyone's going back and forth on if it's death, if it's ego, what's really going on here. But I do want to point out a theory by Dana Wolf. Dana is theorizing that maybe this solar system and ours, maybe this planet and Earth are in kind of different orbits around each other, and that's why she said maybe that solar system and ours rotate around each other. It sounds impossible, but you never know.
Okay.
And this could explain somehow why they only get a sunrise every 18 years.
Huh.
But this could, the nice thing I like about this is there's a character named the High Evolutionary, and he creates another Earth. And it's
Earth 2?
Nah.
Wrong fandom.
Wrong fandom. But the High Evolutionary, some people were theorizing that he could be also a character here. The rights to him are a little confusing on if he's tied to Fox or if he actually is with Marvel. But it's a possibility. It's a possibility because that planet he created never got really to the point of, a lot of abundant life.
But there's a tentacle creature.
Yeah,
Now I just want to know how many episodes do we have to wait until we finally figure out where is it?
Are they going to tell us? I'm just hoping they never, they tell us, they don't
Well, here's the thing about that. They couldn't really tell us this episode because how would Gemma know? There's no
We could have gotten some kind of clue. There was no clue really of saying this is where we're going. There was just more questions to me.
Yeah, it was just about her and William's relationship. So it was really hard to be all right, we know. But it was just her, who she met, why she really wants to go back, and nothing really.
And I would say when they go back, that's going to be when that would be the soonest we're going to find out what that planet is.
It would be
because
crazy.
they're going to have to go into that no-fly zone.
So I'm going to say a couple of episodes because we've got a lot of stuff to resolve.
We've got the
actually on Earth right now.
That is true, but it would be crazy.
We've
if
got
they
a little
go back.
revenge coming up.
We've got revenge. We've got deaths.
I said it'll be crazy if they go back and it's all sunlight.
It's not.
But we saw it get dark again.
Yeah.
Shh, leave me alone.
Well, okay.
All right, so revenge.
So who do we shout out to on Twitter?
I'm going to give a shout out to Marvel Girl 53. Thank you so much for your Twitter question. And Stephen D. Gamba, I think.
Gampa?
I don't want to butcher your name.
De
But
Gamba.
yes, thanks so much for tweeting us your questions. And don't forget, you guys can tweet us too. And we will always be in contact with you guys.
Yeah, be sure to use the hashtag AOSAS. We're all looking for it all week long, and we're all hardcore trying to figure this stuff out. So we'd love to discuss it with you. And be sure to hit subscribe and tune in next week to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after show on theStream.tv. Bye, guys. For more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after show,
Be sure to hit that subscribe button and
Subscribe to theStream.tv.